Next up, at UFC Vegas 106, we have the very quick turnaround for Julian Erosa, and he is taking on a very quick turnaround, Melquizael Costa. Julian Erosa, 31-11 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is on a nice 3-fight win streak, taking on Melquizael Costa, 23-7 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's also riding a 3-fight win streak. Julian Erosa, as we all know, very long for this weight class, and he uses that length pretty well, both on the feet and on the ground. He's pretty well-rounded, high output, more than 6 significant strikes per minute. The wrestling's okay. He's getting 2 takedowns per fight. He's pretty dangerous everywhere. He is a dog, but despite all of that, he's not very good, right? He gets after it. He'll get in your face. He'll do the things, but skill for skill, technique for technique, it's not quite there. He is coming off, though, the absolute destruction over Indiana's own Darren Elkins. Taking on Melquizael Costa. Melquizael Costa is a pretty well-rounded guy. He's got creative striking, solid grappling. Takedown defense is not very good, but the offensive takedowns are decent. His scrambles, however, are absolutely incredible. He doesn't really need to do a lot of grappling, though, because his striking is pretty solid. He's got powerful hands, solid technique. He strings together really good combinations. He'll even mix in some spinning attacks. He's coming off that win over C-Rod, where the scrambles were the difference in that fight. And I mentioned this, and I'm going to mention it again later on this card. I do these graphics about a week early. For this card, I did it 2 weeks early because last week I was traveling. This video, or a video with these graphics comes out on Sunday morning. So I got to be fully ready to go long before that. When I was doing these graphics, I instantly, no research, not instantly, like Melquizael Costa, done. Let's move on. I just think Melk is too clean of a striker, too good of a grappler. There's just too many ways for Melk to win here. And yes, Julian is a dog. He's got plenty of experience, but I think this is another Melk Costa win. My only concern for Melk Costa here is this is his 5th fight in a 12-month period. And if there's random nagging injuries in there, but he's just doing these quick turnarounds, getting the paycheck, like that fight with C-Rod wasn't short. That was a full 15-minute fight. If there's some nagging injuries he's not talking about because the paychecks are nice, that could be a concern. But Melk Costa is going to be the pick, and I was instantly confident in that when I saw it. What do you think, Jacob?
What's your dog sound like?
Joey's got a pretty manly bark for a little dog.
If you were a dog, what you sound like? What's your dog sound like?
Yeah. Dad voice dog.
Jesus. I ain't gonna do mine. Jesus. What's your gun sound like?
You know, it's funny. I saw on TikTok that women can't do a machine gun sound. So I asked my daughters and they couldn't do it, but they're little girls, so how do they know? So like apparently if you ask women, hey, what does a machine gun sound like? They'll be like, pew, pew, pew. But they can't go, none of that.
I unfortunately lost one of my favorite shirts because of Chepe.
Oh, yeah. You ripped it because Chepe won.
Right. Or no,
what does that have to do with
it was the it was Isaac Dolgarian, the Midwest Chopper.
Oh, that's right. It was
the Midwest I was fucking. Well, what's your gun sound like?
I just did it.
That's a machine gun. What's your gun sound like? Pretty autistic.
What does yours sound like?
I'm a lover, Angelo. I would never use it.
Okay. Who do you think wins this fight, lover boy?
Yeah, I like Melk. Obviously, Melk was a lock of the week earlier this week. I started to doubt him a little bit.
Not this week.
Earlier this
week, yes.
I did doubt him a little bit against C-Rod just because, honestly, I think I was a little bit scared of C-Rod. Honestly, C-Rod was not very happy with me, flipping me off in the cage. I was like, what the fuck? Interacted with him a little bit on social media, and I was like, you know what? Let me pick C-Rod here because I don't need any bad blood with any more UFC fighters. So I did pick C-Rod, but he almost pulled that fight. It was a sloppy fight, obviously at elevation, but almost pulled off that submission. But Melk showed what he is. I mean, he is a fucking dog. And I know Rose is a dog as well, but he's not quite as durable lately as Melk Costa as far as being a dog. And Melk is literally a dog. He literally has transformed.
Dalmatian is his nickname.
The Dalmatian. He dressed up as Dalmatian because he started embracing the skin condition that he has. That's what he said. That's what people used to call him. So he's accepted that. He is a fucking dog in there. I said against C-Rod, and one of my reasons for picking against him was at elevation, he throws big kicks, big, heavy kicks, constantly. Whap, whap. Whap. I was like, at elevation, he is going to get fucking tired and C-Rod will take over. Well, he got fucking tired, but then C-Rod got tired as well. So not at elevation. The kicks, the strikes that he can throw, I think could hurt a guy like Julian. And I don't think Julian's going to out-scramble Melquizael Costa at this point in both of their careers. So I know he just got his black belt and he's probably excited to show off the grappling. He's got the guillotines. But that's kind of Melk's kind of go-to as well. So he should be able to see it coming if things get weird. But I like Melk here. He should be the better striker, the more dangerous striker. And even if everything's 50-50 on the ground, that's good enough for me because I think he's the more powerful striker of the two. So I like Melk, and honestly, a little premium play here.
Another free. Okay.
His inside the distance. Here's a little tip. This is the stuff that we bring you for premium. His inside the distance, which I wanted to play, is plus 125. I could play that. Or I could play his minus 3.5, which covers inside the distance, or a dominant decision if Julian Erosa shows up as a tough dude that we know he can be, and Melk wins at 30-27. That's plus 100. So it's a quarter difference, but you're getting a decision win as well. I think that's probably the best value here for Melk because it feels like he could find a finish or just kind of win all 3 rounds against a durable guy that's not quite as good as him. So I like Melk, and I think he could be the real deal.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Makes a lot of sense to me. We're both on the same side here. $8,700 in DraftKings Fantasy. I think that'll make some sense for Melquizael Costa because he may wrestle, he may strike, he may find a finish. It'll be pretty active, pretty busy. He can win some scrambles. So I like that $8,700. He will be in my DraftKings Fantasy lineup. But if you want to see what the optimizer has to say, what the artificial intelligence has to say, what all of the other cappers at We Want Picks have to say, it's not just me and beautiful Jake. We have Artem. We've got Bet Sam. We've got Artem.
I was named Jacob from the Bible. Do you know the story of Jacob and what he did for Rachel?
No. Why don't you enlighten us?
And it was Jacob, not Jake in the Bible, but he was in love with this girl Rachel, and he wanted to marry this girl Rachel. So he went to the dad of Rachel and said, "Hey, I want to marry your daughter." And he said, "Okay, you can marry her, but you have to basically work for me for 7 years." It's like it's slave labor, basically. And then Jacob, being dedicated to the love of his life, was like, "No problem. 7 years, got it." Worked for 7 years. Went to the dad, said, "I'm here for Rachel." He goes, "Here you go." Gave his other daughter. Jacob was like, "This isn't Rachel." And the dad was like, "Whoops. I'll give you Rachel if you work for me for 7 more years." And without second thought, Jacob said, "Fuck it. I love this bitch." And he worked another 7 years to finally be able to marry Rachel. I'll tell you right now, I'm not waiting 3 months for no bitch named Rachel. Are you kidding me? 14 years for a fucking Rachel? This girl better be fucking exotic as shit. I want fucking Ariana. I want fucking Luciana. I want fucking somebody worth waiting for. 14 fucking years for a Rachel?
Rachel Dolezal. What's your type? Yeah. Become a premium member. A couple super chatterooskies. Brendan MP5. Wow. If Pacers keep doing what they're doing, they'll pay for my 317 tickets. Pacers lock of the week every week. El Hazib Basuali. 279 Canadian. Help, Angelo. Please do a door giveaway. I'm cold. Dude, he said this shit last week. I don't know what this means. And I read it slowly in my head before I pin it because I'm like, there's got to be some racial
doesn't
something.
Have a door, and he needs a door because winter is approaching in the southern hemisphere.
Well, this is Canadian, so that's the northern hemisphere.
Well, Canada's pretty cold.
Freaking
at night.
Stupid ass Indiana public education.